the most tremendous new musical experience you can have.
David Bowie shares a song. John and Yoko have a bet in, and the Eagles release their debut album this week in music history, May 26th to June 1st. Yeah. Check.
Check.
Still working.
Wow.
Still working for another episode of This Week in Music History. I forgot to introduce myself in the last week.
Who are you?
I don't know. I'm Michael Cass, also known as the Dirty Hippie, and you are...
Terrence Thomason, host of On the Marquee and On the Marquee Deep Dive.
Do we know what we're going to do next on the Marquee?
Good, Bad, and Ugly.
Right.
Yeah.
And probably next week sometime.
Yeah, sometime next week.
I'll have to watch it. Where
Yeah.
can I watch it?
I have it.
Do you have it?
Yeah, you can borrow
I guess I'll have to borrow it.
Yeah.
I kind of remember it. Spaghetti Western.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You get the gist of it.
I get the gist of it. It was a good movie.
Yeah.
I liked it.
I rewatched them all early.
Mm-hmm.
I watched the three of the Dollar Man with No Name or the Dollars trilogy.
Yeah.
I like the For a Few Dollars More better.
Well, we'll talk about that when that... I saw a meme today. It says, "Oh, that bridge I was going to cross just showed up."
Interesting.
All right, May 26th to June 1st. June 1st, summer is pretty much here
Yeah, it's...
in northern BC. Sort of.
Sort of, yeah. Well,
Yeah.
well, there's already fires, so I think that's the sign.
Summer's here, yeah. What have you got? I got May 26th. I don't have as much as I did last week, but...
I selected 10 facts again. This week, I've got a theme again. Over half of my facts relate to films.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Mine...
Putting on my marquee hat.
No.
No. All right.
None. Maybe one. One does.
What do you got for the 26th?
1964.
Don't have it.
Marianne Faithfull
All right.
records a song written by the Glimmer Twins,
Uh-huh.
Mick and Keith, and she records with Jimmy Page on guitar. So this is when Jimmy Page was still a session guy.
Yeah.
As Tears Go By.
Oh, yeah. That's a good song.
Yeah, and the Stones didn't release it till 66.
Is that Between the Buttons? Is that what album that's on?
It's either that or I was gonna say 12 by 5, but I think it's maybe Between the Buttons. Yeah, it's early for sure. But it had to have been before. It had to have been after Satisfaction, because Satisfaction was the first hit that they'd ever written. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I've got. I've got another one for the 26th. You probably have this one. Takes place in Montreal.
Nope, I don't.
And the Plastic Ono Band?
Oh, no, I don't have this one.
No. The Bed-In.
All right.
In 1969, May 26, 1969, John and Yoko have a bed-in just right after they get married.
Yeah.
Right? I think it's on their honeymoon, maybe part of their honeymoon.
Yeah.
But in response to the sit-in, they have a bed-in, and they invite, of course, the press.
Yeah.
And the more I get to know about John Lennon, the more I realize he was kind of a media whore.
Yeah.
But fine, that's cool, right? He brought attention to the Vietnam War in using his celebrity, but that's cool. But they invited many other celebrities that did join them, and what came out of that was the recording of Give Peace a Chance. Give Peace a Chance.
Everybody's talking about bagism, dragism.
Yeah. And you can hear the cymbals playing in the chanting.
Yeah.
Right on. That's the 26th. That's what I got for May 26th.
I've got the 26th, 1972.
I think I know.
Mott the Hoople.
Nope.
They're on the verge of breaking up. So David Bowie offers them some songs.
Mm-hmm.
He offers them Suffragette City or All the Young Dudes. And of course, they choose All the Young Dudes.
I think they made a better. I think that's
that
the better
suits
one.
them better.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Who was it that? I my first introduction was to Mott the Hoople. It was somebody's favorite band,
Oh, really?
and I was like, "That's your favorite band?" So then they played, and I'm like, "Oh, okay. Well, that's not bad." But I couldn't listen to them all the time. Even my favorite band, I can't listen to all the time. ABBA.
Yes, of course. Yeah.
No.
The earworm gets stuck in there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all I've got for the 26th.
That's all I got, and nothing for the 27th.
I've got 3 for the 27th.
Okay, lay it on me.
We'll go with 2022. Season 4 of Stranger Things comes out, which means that Kate Bush's song, Running Up That Hill, goes back onto the charts. Featured in the season quite prominently. So much so that Lennox, the youngest, is 8 now, but this at the time, I guess a year ago, he was 7. He knows the song. He knows Running Up the Hill by Kate Bush.
He can sing it or sing along with
He can
it?
identify it.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, even if it's like a cover version playing, he'd be like, hey, this is the song from Stranger Things.
He has I think his interests are so eclectic and so like he goes towards the horror stuff, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's hilarious.
And then I've got sort of related 2012 on the 27th.
Mm-hmm.
Christopher Lee, on his 90th birthday, releases his heavy metal single, Let Legend Mark Me as the King. Because Christopher Lee just needed more things to put on his resume.
The actor.
The actor, Christopher Lee. Heavy metal.
Christopher Lee played Dracula. Did he play Dracula?
He was Dracula in the Hammer horror in the 70s,
Yeah.
Yeah. And he was in World War II. He was got heavy metal album. He
reminds me of
place.
him and Lee Marvin. Like Lee Marvin has done so much stuff too, but Lee Marvin does not have a heavy metal song on his resume.
There's a story of the making of the Lord of the Rings films, where he gets stabbed, and Peter Jackson is telling him, "Okay, well, I want you to do this and this," and he says, "No, sir, you have not witnessed a man actually being stabbed. I have. That's not what happens when you stab a man."
Oh, really?
Correct, Peter Jackson. Yeah.
Well.
Yeah.
If he knows how it goes, he knows how it goes.
Better listen to the man.
Yeah.
And then the last one I have for the 27th, again, related to TV and movies, a little bit. In 2011, Gil Scott-Heron dies, age 62, possibly of complications of HIV. It was never really announced the cause of his death, but he had HIV. But related because the revolution will not be televised.
I love that song.
I like Gil Scott-Heron.
Yeah, I like that
He's
song.
a cool dude.
The revolution will not be televised.
Yeah. What do you got for the 28th?
The 28th, 1977. First time 3 guys played together. Sting, Copeland, and Summers. Played in a band called Strontium 90, right? With a guy named Mike Howlett. And so they leave Strontium 90 and form, of course, the Police.
Right.
And I always feel like for Pete Baster, right? like these guys that never quite connected with the rest or whatever, they leave. But Mike Howlett, and this is, so I had to look this guy up, right? Because
the name sounds familiar.
Incredible producer. So he did his thing. He stayed in music, producing a lot of 80s and 90s bands. Some good stuff. Yeah, some good stuff.
Cool.
That's what I have for the 28th, 1977. Sting, Copeland, and Summers played together for the first time.
The Police. I've got one for the 28th. 1982. I think it always gets forgotten that this is attached to the third film, but Rocky 3 is released, which features Survivor's Eye of the Tiger, which is so tied to Rocky and the Rocky sort of franchise.
I was going to say trilogy.
Yeah,
It's not a trilogy.
but it's funny that that song doesn't come out till the third, isn't in until the third film, right?
I think of it as him, I can hear that song actually when he's running up the stairs.
Right, but it's
But
not
it's
that
not.
song.
It's not that song, yeah.
Yeah,
That's amazing. It's the third one.
the third one.
I
And
thought for sure.
apparently, I think Sly wanted another one, Bites the Dust, and Queen wouldn't license it. So they get a knockoff bass line for Eye of the Tiger.
Yeah. That's it for the 28th?
That's it for the 28th.
29th.
I've got lots for the 29th.
Yeah? I only have... Oh, I've got 2.
All right.
1942.
Don't have it.
Bing Crosby records White Christmas
Ah.
in under 20 minutes.
All right.
Right? With a female backing group.
Okay.
The something sisters that started with a D. I can't. I didn't write it down, but when it's the thing that I looked at was under 20 minutes, and that song is played. It's a classic. It was like one of the first really pop Christmas songs, and it brought along that whole And there was guys like David Bowie wanting to play with Bing Crosby.
Bing, yeah.
Who came out with a version of White Christmas just a few years ago? Was it Bowie? Maybe it was Bowie before he passed away.
I'm not sure.
I'm going to have to look that up.
Yeah.
You do your thing.
All right.
And I'll look that up.
All right. I've got the 29th, 1997. Jeff Buckley decides to jump in what is... I can't read my own writing. He jumps in a river in Tennessee anyways. And
the Tallahatchie?
I think it's Wolf River?
Oh,
I don't know.
Okay.
But he dies. Age 30, he drowns. That's the end of Jeff Buckley and the start of lots of people saying that they were fans of Jeff Buckley in 1997.
I've never heard of him.
Jeff Buckley?
No.
Yeah, you have. He is most famously covers Hallelujah. Jeff Buckley.
No.
Lilac Wine.
No.
His dad was a singer. What's his dad's name? Tim Buckley.
Nope.
Oh.
Nope.
All right.
Now I know.
Now you know. Jeff Buckley, good singer. Did you find your White Christmas?
No, but we can keep going here. I mean, Michael Bublé, Canadian. I like him. I would go see him. If he came here, I would go see him.
Yeah, I won't go on a Michael Bublé tangent, but he was at the All-Star game this year, and he admitted to being on mushrooms.
Oh, really?
In the NHL, yeah.
That's why I like Eric Clapton.
Oh, Clapton.
Clapton did a cover tune, a bluesy White Christmas cover of,
White Christmas?
Yeah.
I've also got 1969 on the 29th.
Yeah, I think I got this one.
CSN?
Yep.
Yeah. Their debut.
Yeah.
Them on the couch. Which I think there's the story that they were just, out for a photo session. That couch was there. And
I think it's probably one of their best. I think Crosby, Stills, and Nash were better without Young.
I think so too. The harmonies work a lot better without Young's.
Marrakesh Express, which is on that album.
Yeah. It's
a fun song.
Yeah.
It's really upbeat and bouncy and fun.
Yeah.
Used to listen to it with my friend Adam. Adam's passed away now. Used to listen to that. And I love the sweet Judy Blue Eyes.
Yeah. I like Helplessly Hoping.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the whole album's pretty good.
Yeah. And then related to that fact, the same day, but 8 years earlier, 1961, the birth of Melissa Etheridge.
Oh.
Born in Leavenworth, Kansas. And of course,
I was thinking
Crosby
like
becomes
prison.
her the surrogate father to her children, right? He's her sperm donor. She's a huge Crosby fan.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Right. I wonder how talented those kids are, if they are at all.
I think the
If
last
there's
time
some
I
genetic,
saw some
you know,
feature that I think it's a son that was the firstborn that he is, I think, pretty talented.
I watched this. What was it? Just recently, it was a documentary on Crosby, and he put it all out there, and he took ownership of a lot of shitty stuff that he did, right? And I thought, and he was back out touring, and then of course he just passed away. But a year ago, 2 years ago,
I think, it's fairly recently.
it's one of those things, just like we talked about Tina Turner, like, oh, he's gone,
right?
And now soon, like, I think I look back and I say all of my idols are going to be pretty soon.
Yeah, that's why I had to mention the Bob Dylan thing on last week, because it's like pretty soon there won't be any more birthdays.
And it's like, okay, everybody says Keith Richards, but Bob Dylan is hanging in there right too,
He released an album last year, so
yeah. I listened to, and his voice, I don't think has changed much in
the last
30
years.
30s. Although when you were with us Kanan. Your brother Kanan, that was his first concert, was a Dylan concert.
Oh, yeah?
He was with us, right? Yeah.
I don't remember, but...
Yeah. Yeah, and I was sitting back with... The only thing is, I can't fault Bob Dylan on this. Maybe jazz is not his forte, right? Jazz vocals. But I could not figure out what the sound guy, who was only 10 feet away from me, I couldn't figure out what he was hearing.
Yeah.
Mind you, the CN Center's a barn.
Yeah, I have problems with the CN Center. Like, I saw George Thorogood there.
Yeah.
And I had a problem every time his saxophone player played, who was an awesome saxophone player.
Yeah.
It just, it rang. Like, you could hear the saxophone, but there was, this ringing that was going through, and you could not hear anything else. And I was just it just killed every song.
I wonder if it's where you're sitting. I mean, I saw Colin James there.
Yeah.
And it was great. Huh. And it sounded really good. So I don't know. We were sitting on the side by the boards.
Huh. Interesting.
Oh, yeah.
We're on the 29th. I've got one more for the 29th. 2021, B.J. Thomas dies. Of lung cancer, 78. I had to mention it because he's most known for the song written by Burt Bacharach, featured in Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid. Raindrops keep falling on my head.
Is that his?
Yeah.
He's done some other stuff.
There's a couple more.
Couple others. So it was that whole singer-songwriter era?
Right.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Raindrops. Yep.
Yep.
Now there's an earworm.
Yep, there you go for sure. That's all I've got for the 29th.
I don't have anything else for the 29th. I don't have anything until the 1st.
I have one for the 31st then.
All right.
Another movie-related fact. Buddy Holly sits down and he watches John Ford's The Searchers, in which John Wayne's character, what is his character's name? He says quite a few times, "That'll be the day."
Oh.
So the Buddy Holly writes, "That'll be the day."
Wow.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
June 1st.
June 1st.
You got anything for the 30th, 31st?
I am
June
all
1st?
out.
You're done?
Yeah.
Completely?
Yep.
Eagles.
What they do?
They released their debut album.
Oh, yeah.
In 1972. And 3 songs from that album reached the top 10. Witchy Woman, which I like.
Okay.
Yeah. Take It Easy.
All right.
And Peaceful Easy Feeling.
I get Take It Easy and Peaceful Easy Feeling mixed up in my head sometimes.
Yeah. But I remember I put... Oh, no, I can't say anything about that.
All right.
I can't say anything about that. But yeah, and I think that was when we saw the shift towards, like I mentioned, the singer-songwriter, 72, 73 in there, and more of that light rock, that
Yes,
mellow rock.
laid back,
Yeah,
side of Southern California kind
Countryish
of sound. Yeah.
rock, yeah. And that's all I got.
All right.
June for. Oh, let me check the other side. No, that's it.
That's it.
That's it for this week. What is it? What was it? The first, the 26th to the 1st. That's it for this episode. Thanks for listening. Hey, if you have a comment, we would love to hear it. Comments, suggestions, whatever it is you want to say, man, lay it on us. We love to hear it. Thanks to Terrence Thomas and my co-host and the host of On the Marquee Deep Dive. Don't forget to check out the playlists. And as always, if you want to know more about the Dirty Hippie, go to dirtyhippiebc.com. The link is in the description. Also, check out that On the Marquee Deep Dive podcast. We're going to be doing the good, the bad, and the ugly this week. Don't forget to tune in and see what our comments are about that one. This episode, man, has been recorded at the Arts North Podcast Studio in Prince George, British Columbia. Thanks for listening once again. Love you all. Peace.